Oh my goodness, what a week it's been if you're a fan of animation and duck, specifically traditional animation and Daffy and Donald, which is amazing because what? What a gift. So, Disney just released D.I.Y. Duck, and it is amazing. I don't think it's extremely overwhelming. It's not like Once Upon a Studio was, where you had all these characters all over the place. It was more like, if you were in the know, this was a remarkable feat. Donald Duck is trying to change a light bulb and hilarity ensues because he causes more problems by trying to fix one. But if you're aware of what's actually going on behind the scenes, one, you have full-on traditional animation, something that is remarkable in the world of Disney, in modern Disney at least. But on top of that, you also have Mark Henn, who is directing this. Mark Henn, if you're not familiar with him, is the Disney princess guy. And he's rather devout. As a Christian myself, I think it's really cool to see a devout Christian guy doing all these cool things in the animation world. But on top of that, the fact that Mark Henn, who did Jasmine and all, which I believe was based on his sister, and several other of these Disney princesses, is the one directing this short cartoon. Beautiful. The music sounds amazing. It sounds like the old Disney classic Disney animation studios style of music for the old shorts. And on top of all of that, we've got Clarence Ducky Nash doing the voice for Donald. If you don't know who Clarence is, Clarence was the original voice of Donald. How he came up with the voice, he was actually trying to do a voice of an old goat.
I would say Murray had a little lamb with this voice, but it was a goat that started me doing it.
No, Donald was first a goat.
Well, I imitated him, and you'd go,
Yeah.
Well, one day I thought I could say words with it.
And he started to talk through his cheeks, right? I mean, I'm not going to try to do it right now. I cannot do a Donald Duck voice, but it's amazing to hear his original vocalization. Now, he died in the 80s, so I believe what they did was they cut together old clips of his voice acting to make this short cartoon.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen to this.
If you watch a cartoon, it seems fairly standard. In my opinion, maybe a little empty, right? You're not getting Chip and Dale, you're not getting Mickey, you're not getting Goofy, you're not getting any of the other characters. It really is just Donald alone. It's kind of similar to, there was a Goofy cartoon that came out a while ago about how to set up your home theater. But for some reason, to me, it feels really empty, this world that you see. The duck world always seems so full and vibrant, but this specific cartoon I kind of felt a little empty. This is no knock on the animators or even the director. I'm sure they were given a limited amount of time, make a traditionally animated cartoon about Donald Duck, and they did it, and it was beautiful, right? I don't think this is gonna blow minds the same way Once Upon a Studio did, where everybody's out there analyzing every frame and getting every character, but I think that it is a fantastic way to honor a figure who is honestly one of the funniest characters of the main Disney cast. And hey, at least it wasn't funded by the US government trying to keep us from becoming communist. That's right, Three Caballeros, which was for Donald's 10th anniversary, or 10th birthday, was, in fact, put together specifically to stop South America and Mexico from becoming communist. Look it up. It's a good neighbor policy. If you really want to celebrate Donald's birthday, I think the best one is from the Disney Channel, where they did a How Not to Draw Donald Duck. And in it you see the original Donald Duck from the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse cartoons, the modern ones, Donald Duck from DuckTales, the updated Donald Duck, and kind of your classic regular shorts Donald Duck. And they all kind of fight over some cake. And I'm like, that is Donald. This gets his attitude extremely well. And it's so much fun to watch all these Donalds fight over a cake. And just got animation gags and everything. It's a lot of fun. And for me, this is the best Donald Duck, celebration there is. Thank you for all the hard work for you unnamed animators who worked on that short cartoon. And, is Goofy's birthday coming up next? Not to be outdone, Daffy Duck comes in and says, hey, I've got something to show you guys as well. one of my all-time favorite Looney Tunes, if not my favorite cartoon character in general, Daffy Duck, shows up in The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which will be the first fully animated Looney Tunes film that's theatrical. Yeah, I know. You guys are like, oh, snap, really? They haven't done something like that? Exactly. Now, back in the, I think, 70s and 80s, they used to have these like Looney Tunes movies that would come into film or come into theaters, but they were like compilations of other Looney Tunes shorts. Not a big deal. However, this is fully original, fully like animated. No Michael Jordan, no LeBron James showing up to try to sell it. No Brendan Fraser. This is just straight up Looney Tunes. And I'm excited because I've always felt like Daffy Duck should be able to carry a film. I mean, I was expecting more of a Duck Dodgers type of thing, but Daffy and Porky are an amazing comic duo. And if you watch this short clip from the film, you're going to see so much that reminds you of like classic Looney Tunes. My hope is that young kids who see this are excited to see it as well. Not that this is only made for kids. I don't think animation is just for kids. I just know that if you can get a whole family to come and see this film, you have cemented a whole new generation of kids to enjoy these characters, right? And I don't think Space Jam 2 cut it. The main premise of this film, The Day the Earth Blew Up, is basically Daffy and Porky accidentally stumble upon an alien invasion that I believe they're going to try to stop by using bubblegum, which is a very silly type of plot. And yeah, this whole alien invasion thing is going to have, of course, Daffy and Porky, but also Petunia Pig, who I don't think was in any of the like Space Jam movies or even in Looney Tunes Back in Action. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see her in any of that. But let's just talk about what's in the short. Daffy and Porky in this short clip are trying to get their house ready for inspection. And you're getting gags like butt gags.
Daffy, I said no cracks. Oh, sorry.
Daffy's insanity type of gags. This woman who's inspecting their house kind of walks around like a Charlie Brown character, or I'd say almost like Marvin the Martian, which might be a reference to our aliens that are coming around. Daffy Duck talks to the inspector lady and is just so over animated as he's talking to her. He's just rolling his head and rolling his lips and bouncing. It's like, that's a piece of beautiful animation that you don't need to go that hard, but they really did. Finally, there's a moment where Daffy Duck blows some sludge out of the gutters, and I was ready for the scream to belong to a figure from the Tex Avery cartoons, Red Hot Riding Hood, who, if you watch, I think, the Tom and Jerry movies, she's often a side character in those. But it's okay. They don't need to do that. I'm sure there'll be all sorts of stuff. I don't think there's a date yet for when The Day the Earth Blew Up comes out. But I tell you this, I will be in theaters to check it out. Anyway, that's my random Disney and Warner Brothers Duck update, because this was a great week for ducks. That's SEA Storyteller, signing out. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really want to, you can buy a t-shirt. Yay!